Hello. Thank you for joining the International Studies Abroad, or ISA, information session today. This information session is specifically designed for University of California students. So I'm excited to have you on, viewing this pre-recorded session today, and eager to be able to tell you a little bit about ISA. To start with, note that there's a QR code on the screen here down on the bottom. If you have a QR code reader on your phone, would you please scan that, and then that will take you to a link on our webpage where you can enter your name and your contact information and your basic interests so that we can get in touch with you. That means, of course, that you will get, depending on what you request, either an email or text or maybe a phone call. It's up to you to tell us how you want to be communicated with. And of course, if you decide that you want to opt out, you can. So no worries there, but the more information we have about you, the more able we are going to be to help match you with a program and get you started on your adventure abroad. So a couple of things. First of all, my name is Eric Anderson, and I am on the University Partnerships team for ISA. I'm based in my office, my home office these days in Denver, Colorado. We obviously don't have a chat function here today because this is a pre-recorded session. So if you have questions, again, use that QR code reader to enter your information, and someone will get in touch with you, and then we can answer all those questions for you. Of course, you can talk to your study abroad office as well, and we'll refer to that throughout the presentation. When I say that, we'll refer to the study abroad office several times throughout the presentation. I think that's it. Hopefully you've had enough time at this point to get that code scanned. So we'll go ahead and get the presentation started here. So who are we? This is ISA. As I said, we are a leading provider. We're a program provider, and we are a leading provider in the field of education abroad. You'll see that we have locations all over the world. Anywhere where you see text on that screen is where we offer programs for our students. We have resident staff in all of those locations. One of the things that sets ISA apart from other program providers is that wherever we have locations in the world, we have full-time staff. That's not part-time, that's not student assistants, that's full-time resident staff who are there in country to help you and to help facilitate your experience and ensure that you have a fun experience, a safe experience, an educational experience, a memorable experience. That is our job. We'll talk a little bit more about what those people do specifically here in a few minutes. Also, I'd like to mention that we have a variety of programs that are available to you. We're not just semester study abroad. I think most times people, when they think of study abroad, they think of going for a semester. And certainly that's an option. Again, 30 different locations as you see on the screen, but we also offer other programs as well. So internships. Internships are programs where instead of studying, you're working we get you set up with a placement in an office or in the field, I suppose, depending on what it is that you want to do. And you'll spend 8 weeks working sort of 9 to 5, living in an apartment, probably a shared apartment with another roommate who's doing a different internship, and really getting some great real world work experience. So A, you get to learn about whether or not you really like doing what you think you're going to be doing, and B, it's a great resume addition. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. And then, of course, you can get academic credit for those internships, the standard placement, and they run spring, summer, and fall. Most students go in the summer, but those placements come with 6 academic credits if you need them. If you don't need them, that's fine too. Sometimes students get the credit from their home institution. We do service learning programs, which are essentially groups of students that are working on the same service project in a location overseas. Those are usually 6 to 8 weeks, and they also come with 6 academic credits. We have a research program through Euro Scholars, where you're doing some research on a currently existing research project and getting some real hands-on experience learning about what research is like. Those are all European locations. And then we also offer Christian faith-based study abroad opportunities as well. So I think that's it for this slide. Move on. So what is it that we do? Well, we really take you from where you are now, where you're exploring opportunities and trying to decide what's going to work best and where are you going to find an academic match and how are you going to pay for it and how are you going to get there and where are you going to stay and all those questions. We take all of those questions and we help you work through the answers to all of them. So we're going to help you find courses that match what you need so that you can stay on track for graduation. If you're wanting to, assuming you want to stay on track for a 4-year degree, then certainly we can help you with that. We're going to help you get accepted to the school where you want to go. We're going to help you utilize, if you need to or if you want to, scholarships or financial aid if that's possible. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll help you find your housing. We do all of these things. We help you book your flight, and that's all on the front end. And then once you arrive in country, we have as I mentioned, our resident staff who are there to meet you when you get off the plane. And they, first thing they'll do is take you to your program introduction. We call it the Bridging Cultures program, where you spend 2 to 3 days immersed in the culture with other students going to the same school that you're going to. And you're learning about the culture in the country. You are learning about the academic system of that country and how to be successful. You're learning about the financial system and how to bank. You know, when you cross the street, which way do you look, left or right? All of that stuff, we cover that. We make it fun. We make it immersive. We make it cultural. And then when that's completed, our resident staff will take you to your housing and get you all set up in whatever housing option you've selected. We have apartments, we have dorms, we have host families, all kinds of options for you as far as accommodations overseas. And then once we have you set up in your housing, our resident staff are trained to disappear and get out of your way and let you have an experience that is really immersive into the culture. But if something happens, if there's an emergency at home where you need to get back home, or if there's an emergency abroad, you have a car accident, or you break your leg, or you get sick, or you get homesick, or you don't like your roommate or your housing, or the house, you're having a hard time with academics, all of those sorts of things potentially can come up. And so our job then is to reappear and help facilitate whatever the issue is that you're dealing with, and then to disappear again and get back out of the way once we've got it resolved. So we're really focused on making the experience for you fun and exciting. Our staff are trained to anticipate the issues that will maybe make things more difficult for you, and to work on making those issues, those challenges, easier for you from the very start. We do offer, I should mention, a variety of cultural activities throughout the course of the semester in every location where you are. The majority of those are included, day-long excursions, that sort of thing. But we also offer some more complicated, that's the wrong word, more interesting, more longer excursions that you can add on as well for maybe some additional costs. So definitely some different options there. So why do we do this? Well, it's safe to say that everybody that works at ISA has had some sort of an international experience. The vast majority of them have studied abroad while they were in college. Quite a few of them studied abroad through ISA, but they may have gone on other programs or exchanges or a variety of different possibilities. But they've all had an international experience. I actually never studied abroad when I was in college, but I ended up doing some traveling and working for an organization that had me in 25 or 30 different countries, and I lived in Australia for a year. And so I, like the rest of the staff at ISA, are very passionate about the creating that culturally immersive experience where students can have an aha, sort of I get it moment. If you've traveled abroad before and visited the tourist attractions and stayed in a hotel and gone out to dinner, you've had a nice time, but you haven't really sunk yourself into the culture until you can really get to know the people who live there, understand the issues that drive the culture that people live in, and study abroad will allow you to do that. So we work hard to facilitate an experience that will allow you to have that aha moment where you're really realizing, wow, this is different. This is really different, and it's fun. So that's why we do it. We've been doing it a long time. You'll see on the slide there. We've done it for 30 years. We've sent over 100,000 students abroad through ISA programs, we know what we're doing. We are experts. We are among, if not the leader in the field when it comes to doing this and doing it right. So why study abroad? You know, there's a lot of reasons. You'll see them on the slide there. One that's not on the slide that I always like to highlight is that very few students overall go abroad during the course of their academic career. So when you graduate with a study abroad experience, you're among just a few percentage of students that have done that. And so automatically you put yourself in a different tier when it comes to job interviews you know, when you walk into an interview and you've got an international experience in your resume, it's a talking point, and it also creates a level of confidence when you've been able to immerse yourself in a culture where those challenges are there and overcome them. So it's a confidence builder for sure, and it definitely looks good on a resume. And we have, I should mention, an alumni relations department that will work with you at the end of your experience to help you with the language to be able to explain your experience to a job interviewer or to your friends or your family. So why study abroad? We've talked about a few things there, certainly cultural awareness. We're going to give you some new perspectives on the world, on history, foreign language skills. If you're a student that is studying a language and you want to work on those foreign language skills, certainly we can make that happen for you. We've got intensive language programs. We can immerse you in a culture where you're going to be using your language quite a bit. But if you're an English speaker and you don't have a language, or you just don't want to be hassled with learning another language, we certainly have programs in locations like England and Scotland and Ireland and Australia and New Zealand where the English is the primary language spoken. So regardless of where you go, all of our courses are going to be available to you in English. And then of course, if you want to take a language course, you can do that as well. You'll see some other points on the screen as well, but certainly it's a tremendous experience to be able to study abroad. So this next slide here is a little silly when it's a recorded session like this, but I'll go ahead and run through it anyway. You're probably familiar with the 2 truths and a lie game, where somebody says 3 statements and then you have to choose which one is the lie. So there's 3 statements here. Many students don't have time to study abroad. Only certain majors can study abroad, and it's too expensive to study abroad. So which one of those is the lie? Of course, it's a trick question. They're all lies. And so I'm going to spend the next 3 slides just sort of debunking those 3 lies. So the first one, time is on your side. We offer a variety of programs that will fit any schedule. We have short-term programs that run either over the summer that you can squeeze in between semesters or quarters. And we also offer, we also have J-term programs and intensive language programs. Those intensive language programs can be 2 to 3 weeks long. The same with the J-term options. So those are good possibilities. And then if you're about to graduate and you're thinking you've run out of time, well, we have internships that are designed to run after you graduate. So there's all sorts of opportunities for UC students on ISA programs. You'll see there that we do have some programs that are very budget friendly as well. I'll talk about that more in just a minute. We also offer, I should mention, virtual internships as well, and those virtual internships can be as short as 4 weeks. We have a program for every major, for everyone. You'll see on the screen, we have 855 programs to choose from for all majors. Our job is there to help you narrow down your options and identify which programs are going to work best for you, which universities, which destinations. So our program advisors, once we get in touch with you, will help you decide, help you find courses that match what you're looking for and help you decide which location to choose. We have academic advising guides on our website. And we will also help you with the whole credit transfer process. We don't do all of that. We're going to help connect you to the study abroad office on your campus, with the registrar's office if we need to do that way, if the financial aid office, if they're going to get involved, we can help you with all of that. And then we have a course matching form on our website as well. So there's a variety of ways that we can help you. We definitely can make it work. And then finally, we have affordable programs at ISA. That's one of the things that we're really known for out there. You'll see here we have 6 semester/quarter programs that are under $13,000. In many cases, these programs are going to be quite a bit more affordable than the programs offered through the UC system. So those of you who are looking at UC EAP programs, have a good look at the ISA programs as well. We've also got 30 summer programs that are under $6,000. So a ton of options. If you have financial aid, if you're receiving financial aid or scholarships, it's possible that you could use those awards as well. I'm very careful with this. I never want to promise that because every campus is different. Every campus handles and processes financial aid and scholarships a little bit differently. And so for that, we always are going to redirect you back to the study abroad office and have them be the experts for you as far as what aid you may or may not be able to use. So it is a possibility. We certainly offer scholarships as well, but you'll want to talk to your study abroad office about the financial aid and the financial aid process. So that's it. That's my presentation, some very general information about ISA. I hope I've been able to tease it out a little bit. I didn't talk much about virtual programs, and I'll just make a quick plug here that we do offer virtual internships both during the semester and also over the summer. And we also have some virtual programs that are designed to complement a semester abroad as well. So definitely have a look at that on our website as well. There's that QR code one more time if you want to take a scan of that. I really encourage you to do that, and then you can enter your information and we'll get in touch with you. All right, UC students, thank you so much. I enjoy the weather out there in California, and hopefully you'll get some rain here. It's as I record this, there's a lot of fires out there, so we're hoping for rain for California, and wish you all the best. Thanks.